When I was asked if I would do this, I thought, God, you know, what real experience do I have? And then I thought, you know what, it's business. And I'm very lucky that I think business is about practicable, sensible things. And actually, I was excited to learn about the franchise world when I became an investor in energy, because when I first began my company, I literally knew nothing about business. So perhaps the first point is, you know, you can be a beginner, but let me tell you that the advantage of having kind of the operational roadmap and the process and the structure that any franchise model should bring to you, it just de-risks starting in business. And, you know, it doesn't matter how much confidence you've got. The only reason I started my business was because I was in need of a job, but actually it was the last recession. And so I also want to say, this is not buying a job because you're out of a job, right? This is a proper considered investment decision. And you shouldn't be picking up the idea of doing a franchise if ultimately you're not really, really passionate about running a business. The early statistic, where I think it is 65% of, sadly, British businesses go bankrupt by 5 years. And only 1% of franchises go bankrupt, doesn't mean that it's an absolute ticket to fun and happiness. You know, this is graft. And you are potentially going to be sweeping the floors and changing the loo paper and taking out the rubbish. So your commitment level for whatever you're going to do and your investment in your self-awareness is a really good place to start. So the other thing that I would say, I think, very importantly, is after this evening, if you've enjoyed it and you've written some notes, you really need to find that gut feeling that says, I am thoroughly excited and I have the sticking power to do fix it for cars or tutoring for children or running a gym. But actually, I'm also prepared to get my hands dirty. And the other thing that I would say matters enormously is gathering around not just family and friends that are going to support you, because there will be low times and challenges, but equally, you know, invest in yourself in terms of your skill set around employing the right people. But actually, and irrespective of what anyone says to you, this is a personal bias, which is get some sales skills. Because in the end, this is your business and you can't expect anyone to hand value on a plate. So employing the right people and you being in the right job for your skill set is going to be really critical to your survival. And then when I talk about getting your hands dirty, I ran a one-man band for 2 years, and it is lonely and miserable. And I think the upside of franchises is if you're going to invest in a franchise, they are beholden to you to provide also a customer service level that you then need to reflect excitingly and infectiously on the customers that you want to win and serve. So before you go into whatever franchise, and I hope this helps forever, you need to really ask yourself that question: am I prepared to sit with these people? Have I been to the head office? Have I visited Energy's home in Milton Keynes? Have I had a one-to-one to really understand the values and the culture? And does that sit well with me? Because you need to declutter everything else that's gone before, because once you've bought a franchise, and obviously this is on the consideration that you are getting embedded and it's not just an investment franchise, you're going to need to follow through, because the book is only a book. Somebody has to act on the book. So I fundamentally would challenge you to question that you're going to do something that you love and that you feel you can enjoy. And it'll never be the journey that you dream it's going to be to start out with, because there isn't a business in the world. I mean, My Brand Centered is a really interesting wellness brand, and aren't I lucky that everybody is now talking about, you know, mindful well-being and breathing well. And the other bit that I therefore lead on to is you are going to have to work like you have never worked before. And that takes some mindset. So you need to look after yourself. You need to declutter what you have in your life today so that you don't take on too much. And then you need to be really passionate about being a part of a team within a franchise group, because I believe the good franchises also listen very hard to the people that have invested in that brand. So look at the caliber of the brand, look at the consistency of the management you're investing in. Look at how they are providing support services. There's probably no better time than now to check out a franchise business, to check how have they behaved during the last year or two. Let's see what their reputation is, and let's go and get some references around who these people are and do they do what they say they're going to do, so that you can lower your risk. By doing your homework and taking references and being really clear about your passion, you will get to the bottom of, is this a momentum that you want to join? And then I guess finally, you know, the money is out there, and, you know, albeit the video, and that video was done years ago, it's done 13 years ago. The truth of the matter is that business has risk. And whilst you're not buying a job, there is financial support like there has never been before. And what we need is we need more people appreciating that people matter, that you should embed sustainability into your growth and thinking, that you should be proud of what you do and perhaps what you're bringing to your community. And then, frankly, I think you should just get stuck in and go with your gut, because that decision is the best business decision that I ever make. Whenever I ignore my gut or that nag that makes me go, I'm not sure, if I override that problem, then I've got bigger problems coming. So I hope that's helpful.